Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on the channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on the yearly horoscope theme analysis for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. So friends, we already have had our discussion on the same topic in the last video where I talked about that how the slow moving planets, the karmic planets which are responsible for laying foundation in our life were behaving in this year and how they will be impacting you. And we already have had our discussion that based on the Panchang, which planet is going to be the king and which planet is going to be the minister of this year. So now friends, in this video we will try to look at the important dates that when the auspicious planets specific to your rising sign are going to be making some good wealth yoga or power promotion kind of yoga, so that if you are a kind of person who wants to start the new year with a proper plan in place, that okay, in this month I will talk to my boss regarding my promotion, in this month I will plan to buy a new car, in this month I will go back and travel back to my native place. So I mean to say, if you know things in advance, it will definitely help you plan yourself in a very strategic way and enter a new year with a proper clarity. So okay friends, without any further ado, we will start our discussion. And first I will give you a quick overview of what we have discussed in the last video regarding the impact of the slow moving planets this year specific to your rising sign. So friends, your ascendant lord, which becomes the planet Jupiter. So Jupiter is going to be starting the year from your 7th house, then it will move to your 8th house and eventually finish the year in your 9th house. So friends, these all are the houses which somehow represents our marital life. What we gain, like what kind of virtues your partner will bring in the marital life, like how your joint resources will get impacted, will get replenished because of the arrival of the partner. See friends, I can assure you, with this transit of the Jupiter, one thing is for sure, that the luck or the fortune of your partner, your spouse, will also play a very integral role in your life. See, different people have different sources for their success, for luck to shine in their life, but in your case this will majorly happen because of the contribution of your spouse. The minute I said this line, even the sun started shining. So I guess this is going to be your case. And yes friends, because Jupiter, which is your ascendant lord, it's transit from the 8th house, so major life transformation can happen during this time. You can go deep in the sadhana, any of those ancestral thing which belongs to you, you are a deserving candidate for that, that can work out, that can come to you with this transit of the Jupiter from your 8th house. See, you can actually make a comparison that what kind of events happened in your life in 2025 from October 19th till December 5th, because there's going to be a repeat of the same but in a much stronger and expansive kind of way. And when Jupiter will transit to your 9th house around the October, you will definitely see that you will be well guided in the right direction by your mentors and luck will activate. Now friends, when we talk about from the Saturn's point of view, so Saturn's transit from the 4th house, Saturn will not move sign, it will only move the nakshatra from the 4th house, is very supportive in the matters of the domestic life, laying foundation to something, finding that security, stability in the life. And I can assure you friends that in this year, whatever decision you will take connected to your family life, your domestic life, those decisions will be taken and they will come from a place of practicality, maturity and deeper wisdom. Now friends, when we talk about Rahu and Ketu, so in the case of the Rahu and Ketu friends, Rahu is right now transiting in your 3rd house. 3rd house Rahu is considered as very strong, especially when it comes down to for all those people who are very entrepreneurial mindset, you are connected with sales, media, marketing, and you are a kind of person who's always proactive to work on the new trends, on whatever is in the demand. But friends, whatever you would have been doing so far in the last 18 months, the impact of that, I do not know how it has influenced the matters of your finances, how much you are able to save. But with this next shift of the destiny, Rahu and Ketu brings those events in our life, that portion of destiny which is fixed, which cannot be altered. So I mean to say that, let's say for example in your case, any of the matters of the finances, any issues within the family which have been very complex and have been bothering you for a very long span of time, they can be resolved during this time. New opportunities for the finances, for your financial portfolio, can be expected with this entry of Rahu in your second house. And with Ketu's transit from the 9th to the 8th, it will actually take you deep in the sadhana, cleverance, intuitive, mystical stuff like astrology, tarot and meditation. That is going to be your priority, your preference during this time. So okay friends, now after this we will briefly look at some important dates when planets are going to be perfectly aligned and what to expect. Like you can mark these dates in your calendar. So friends, the very first thing is that the start of the year, because many Vedic astrologers give attention to this could be the Hindu New Year, like the Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. Whatever is the planetary alignments on the very first day, based on that they make predictions. Many astrologers make the prediction on the basis of the Mesh Sankranti, the day when sun transit the Aries, it gets exalted. Many astrologers look at the chart of that time and based on that they give prediction. Same is the way as per the English calendar on January 1st, what is going to be the snapshot like of the planets. So if you will give attention friends, in your case your first house, Sagittarius sign in itself is going to be very empowered. So that in itself tells about that for the this year, you will start the year with a very clear vision for your personal goals, because with the presence of planet Mars in your first house, which happened to be your fifth lord, with the presence of the sun, which happened to be your ninth lord. So imagine both the fifth lord and the ninth lord being transiting there in your first house. So that means there's a high possibility that you will start the new year with the clear goals and omens, right frame of mind. That's how you will start the new year. Now friends, the next date which you have to mark in the calendar is January 16th. Now on January 16th, Mars, which is your fifth lord, so Mars is going to be getting exalted in your second house. So Mars will transit Capricorn, get exalted over there, and at the same time it is going to be conjunct with Sun and the Venus as well. So this is actually going to be the time of some major financial gains, major financial opportunities. Like it hardly matters whether you are working as a realtor, you work for the government projects, in whichever capacity you are working, there is a lot of the energy, intensity going in the second house. And again friends, because in your case your ascendant lord is already going to be transiting around that time in the seventh house. So that in itself means that you have that kind of vibe around you where people find you very righteous, you have that capacity to command respect, and there's a lot of the goodwill around you which is being there around your name, around your business, around your services. So with all of that in combination, this entry of Mars getting exalted in your second house is going to be very good news. Mars also brings many auspiciousness in the family life as well. So this could be a time of the celebration because of marriage happening in the family, childbirth happening in the family, acquisition of some important financial contracts, business contracts. So all of that is possible. So January 16th is very auspicious for you, and we can actually caption it as the time of the major financial gains. Now friends, the next date which you can mark in your calendar is of Feb 23rd. So on Feb 23rd, with this entry of the Mars in your third house, like Mars which is your fifth lord, it means from the fifth house it has gone 11 places ahead of it, and the other house which it rules, which is the 12th house, it has gone 4 places ahead of it. And friends, over here it is going to get conjunct with Rahu, like Sun, Venus, Mercury. Lot of planets are going to be concentrated over there. I always say that this is going to be the time when you will take brave step towards fulfilling your ambition. So let's say for example you're watching this video in the month of the December, and there are certain plans you have for launching, releasing your product in a very competitive market where there is a lot of competition. But if a right move would be made, the profits are going to be enormous. So I guess this is going to be the time when stars will support you. Friends, when it comes down to the combination of the Mars and the Aquarius, Mars, Aquarius and Mars and Rahu, we generally say that fortune favors the bold. So this is going to be the time for that. Now friends, the next few dates which you can mark, especially in the month of the March. So first is the March 2nd, when Venus get exalted in your 4th house. Now we know this thing that 4th house is the house of the comforts, conveniences, domestic life, family life, how secure we are deep inside. Again friends, see, you would have seen that people who end up becoming criminals, very sadistic and all, what could be the chief reason for that? Because they come from very toxic, abusive, broken homes. They haven't seen love while growing up. So when you have planets like Venus in the 4th house, it makes you very, you know that deep inside I'm being loved. So that's very important. Being loved is very, very important. All the saints and all, what they do, they show you the love, that there is goodness, there is compassion in the world. So I mean to say, and also Venus being exalted in the 4th house is a very good time for purchase of luxurious things. So this is going to be the time, March 2nd in this year. You can plan yourself, strategize yourself for some important purchases. And friends, the next date you can mark in your calendar is March 11th, when Jupiter, your ascendant lord, will turn direct in your 7th house. A very good news. A planet, when it is retrograde, sometimes it is working in the past promise, past theme, audit of the past account and the deeds. But when it gets direct, it is futuristic. It wants to push you towards the attainment of new things. So some major development, progress in the business, those who are single, eyeing to get married. So this is going to be the very bright time for that. So in the month of the March 2nd and 11th, we have discussed. Now next is the April 2nd. Now on April 2nd, Mars will transit to your 4th house and it is going to get conjunct with the planet Saturn over there. And during this time, Sun is also going to be a part of the conjunction as well. So that in itself tells about investments in the family life, investments in your life security, investment in the fixed asset, in the land, in the property. And because Mars and Saturn are getting conjunct over there, so that also tells about that if there have been any issues going on in the ancestral property, in the family assets and all, so you will be able to resolve that as well. So yes, this is going to be the time of success in lawsuit and attainment of position as well if you are connected with the politics. Anything to do with the public service and all, this is going to be a very supportive time. Now friends, the next date which you have to mark in the calendar is the May 11th. On May 11th, Mars, which happened to be your 5th lord, it is going to be strong right in its own territory. So Mars transit Aries in the 5th house, its conjunction with an exalted sun. So that is going to be a very good yoga, because friends, like 5th house, 9th house, these are the Lakshmi Sthana, like the wealth houses. So this could be a case that if you are planning for a childbirth and you have to opt for any IVF and these kind of means, or for the students especially who are preparing for the technical courses, technical studies and all. So in all these avenues, and also friends, because 5th house and Mars and Sun supporting it, Jupiter already being transiting in your 7th house, it also tells about that if you are into field of the sports, athletics, then also it is going to be a very supportive time. And generally we say good return on the investment, good financial investments, gains in the stock market, speculative gains, and in those situations where your money was struck somewhere, so this is also going to be a supportive time for the recovery of the struck money as well. So yes, mark this date, May 11th is going to be very supportive for you. Now friends, the next important date which you have to pay attention to is the June 1st. So on June 1st, Jupiter will get exalted in your 8th house. So friends, 8th house exalted state of your ascendant lord. That also tells about that whatever you would have experienced in 2025 from October 19th till December 5th, that theme will repeat again. And the second thing is that major life transformation, diving deep in the sadhana, all of that could be the byproduct when Jupiter will make this move to your 8th house. And see, because friends, the Sagittarius Lagna by default, They are very virtuous, filled with the thoughts of the righteousness. They want to contribute a lot to the society. They follow the path of the dharma and all. So this is going to be the time when you will also reap the result of that, for the righteousness, for the right actions. And also friends, because 8th house also tells about the joint resources as well. So a lot of the gains in the passive income, new channel of income, and all these will happen in a very sudden, unpredictable way. See, sometimes what happens is that unless and until you're not changing yourself, you're not willing and ready to transform yourself, universe wants to give you something. It's just like that you are not vibrating in the right frequency. So this is going to be the time for the right matching of the frequency of yours. So yes friends, this is going to be a new chapter in your life, a chapter of transformation, which will begin with this entry of Jupiter on June 1st in your 8th house. After that friends, on July 16th, the next date which you can mark in your calendar, when the Jupiter and the Sun conjunction will happen in your 8th house. So friends, in your case, just because Sun happened to be your 9th lord, but the Jupiter and the Sun conjunction is considered as very strong. So this is going to be the time when, if you want to consider for a relocation, this is going to be supportive for that, starting fresh in a new country, or you have been working hard in any investigative research work. So this is going to be the time when your work will suddenly come to everyone's attention, suddenly coming to limelight for your deep investigative kind of work. So all of that can be expected with Jupiter Sun conjunction. And moreover, it's not just ordinary Jupiter Sun conjunction, but Jupiter is exalted as well. So that means there is some potential lying dormant in you which this conjunction can activate, which will pave path towards more fame and more recognition. Now friends, the next date which you have to mark in the calendar is of September 18th, when Mars will transit to the Cancer sign. So Mars, which happened to be your 12th lord, which happened to be your 5th lord, and see, if you will go by the planetary strength, Mars, if it will transit to the Cancer, it is a sign of its debilitation, that too in the 8th house. But just because it is getting conjunct with an exalted Jupiter over there, so there is going to be the cancellation of the debilitation. And again friends, because this is happening in such a way that all that magic, miracle, transformation of your subconsciousness, chetana, all of that can happen. Also, like people who are like students, dedicated, devoted to the research, investigative work, paranormal things, you are a student of psychology, philosophy, historical things, and let's say for example, if you have not been able to find a solution, a right solution for conception, like to get pregnant, childbirth and all, so during this time the sudden solution can be attained. Some major diagnosis breakthrough can happen when this combination is going to be taking place. I always say this thing friends, that 8th house is the house of the miracles, all the taboo, supernatural solution to our problems, the metaphysical healing. And when the 5th lord is surrendering to the Guru, which is in its enlightened samadhi state, that's when the siddhi will come and the solution will come. So afterwards friends, the next date which you have to mark in the calendar is October 31st, when finally your ascendant lord will transit to the 9th house. So whether you are applying for any higher studies, any college entrance exam, any foreign settlement, any lawsuit related concern, you want to undertake many pilgrimages and all, so this is going to be the time when stars are going to be very supportive, very favorable to you. So Jupiter's, the ascendant lord's transit in the 9th house, I always call this, like whenever I see this combination in the birth chart, that this in itself is a validation that you are fortunate, you have a fortunate birth, and I'm sure there is a blessing of some ancestor, Kul Devta over your head. You might have done some good deeds in the past life, so that will activate. Luck is going to be very supportive. And again friends, see what is happening with ascendant lord being in the 9th house and Saturn being in the Uttar Bhadrapada. So like you will get the support of the righteous people, like people who are very of the enlightened, very practical, very wise, very visionary, very mature. So these are the kind of people who will guide you, and based on that, the decision which you will take next year looks like to be, it will give you strong footing strong stability, and major events, major lifetime things can get materialized in this year because of the concentration and transit of the planets. So October 31st will start that new chapter in your life. And finally friends, on December 5th, the Rahu and Ketu shift will happen when Rahu will enter, like from your third house, it will enter the second house. So we know this thing friends, that Rahu's transit from the third house is considered as very strong, very supportive for the entrepreneurs, for the freelance, self-employed people. It makes you very ambitious and futuristic. But friends, the ultimate financial reward starts coming in when Rahu is in the second house. And in this alignment, Rahu is also in a favorable sign as well, being in the Capricorn. And yes, with Ketu's entry in the 8th house, in the Cancer, it will take you deeper into the sadhana. Your consciousness is going to be very receptive for all the extra sorcery and the psychic awareness around you, and heightened interest in meditation. So yes friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.